Hey there besties, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to continue the recap of the manhwa Like Husband Like Son. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy the video because it really helps our channel grow. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started.
Sarah Tang, are you out of your mind? I really need to get to work. Can you please leave? Sophia pleaded. Sarah doubled over as she grabbed Sophia's legs as she responded tearfully, "My stomach hurts, Sophia. You have to help me, you have to save my child." Sophia sighed, relenting. "Okay, fine. You can stop acting. As you wish, I'll call him now." "The two of you are perfect together," Sophia conceded, agreeing to call Wayne. "Do you really think so?" Sarah asked, visibly pleased. Sophia dialed Wayne's number. "Sophia?" Wayne answered, shocked that she called. "Marry Sarah Tang," Sophia said plainly into the phone. "Is this truly what you want?" Wayne questioned, his tone tinged with sadness. "Yes, I genuinely want you two to be together, building a life with lots of children and grandchildren," Sophia replied, smiling, while inwardly she beamed with joy. Meanwhile, Sophia couldn't help but thought, maybe now these two will finally stop pestering me. "Okay, if that's what you want," Wayne acquiesced, his voice breaking slightly. "I'll marry Sarah," Wayne declared, prompting Sarah Tang's eyes to light up with joy. "You heard him. Why are you still on the ground?" Sophia asked, holding on to her cell phone. "Sister, both my unborn child and I are very grateful to you," Sarah expressed her gratitude to Sophia. "Now that you're going to be a mother, know your place. Don't come harassing me again. Otherwise, I don't know what I'll do to you," Sophia warned Sarah, walking away. "Sister, I know deep down you still care for me. You must come to the wedding dinner when the time comes," Sarah said, bidding farewell. As Sophia walked away, Sarah chuckled to herself. "Don't be mistaken, Sophia. This child isn't Wayne's. I couldn't risk giving birth to his child," Sarah thought with a wicked grin, her true intentions hidden behind a facade of gratitude. "It's all because Wayne always took all the necessary safety precaution, that's why I had to get another man's help," Sarah thought. Unbeknownst to Sophia, she had recorded their entire conversation on her phone. Sarah, originally planning to dispose of the child after marrying into the Luo family and then frame Sophia for it, now had a plan B. "Why am I so smart?" Sarah thought to herself, chuckling inwardly. Back at the Tang mansion, Sarah rushed into the house. "Mother, grandmother, I'm going to marry Wayne," she exclaimed excitedly. Sarah Tang's mother, Mary Zhong, and the elderly Lady Tang's faces lit up with excitement. "Really? Wayne agreed to marry you?" Mary Zhong asked in amazement. "Our Sarah is so capable. She's secured us a good and wealthy son-in-law," Lady Tang said, beaming with joy. "This wedding must be grand," Mary added. "But," Sarah was saying before Mary caught her sad expression. "What's wrong, Sarah?" her mother asked, observing her daughter's troubled look. "It's sister. When I told her the good news, she threatened my unborn child," Sarah explained, holding up her phone. "What? How could Sophia be so bold?" Mary Zhong exclaimed. She played the recordings of Sophia's last threatening words for her mother and grandmother to hear. Tears welled up in Mary's eyes as she turned to old Lady Tang. "Mother, isn't this evil? How can this girl be so vicious? What? This little witch is trying to revolt." Lady Tang shouted upon hearing the recordings. "Someone get that little loosed woman back here. How dare she have designs on my great-grandchild?" Lady Tang exclaimed angrily, but Mary Zhong held her back, trying to calm her down. "Mother, even if you get her back here, she might not admit it," Mary Zhong said. "Then what do you think we should do? Are we just going to let her do as she wishes?" Lady Tang asked, still furious. "Mother, I have a good idea," Mary Zhong continued. "Sophia is not getting any younger. Do you remember Mr. Liu, whom we've always wanted to work with? I heard that he hasn't remarried after losing his spouse. Why don't we betroth Sophia to him?" Mary Zhong suggested. "This is a good suggestion. Giving her to Mr. Lu can be considered as her contribution to this family, Lady Tang said, smiling as she turned to face Mary Zhong. Back at the planning department, Sophia's phone rang. "Sophia, come back quickly. The doctor said that your father doesn't have long to live," Mary Zhong said, sobbing on the phone. "He was okay, how could he possibly be seriously ill all of a sudden? Besides, he doesn't want to see me at all." "You must be mistaken," Sophia said skeptically. "I beg you, come back and see him one last time. He's your father after all," Mary Zhong pleaded with Sophia. Sophia fell silent for a moment. "Okay, I'll head right back," she finally agreed, her voice heavy with sadness, before ending the call. Later, Sophia arrived at the Tang's manor. "I'm finally back to this home that gave me nothing but painful memories," she thought to herself. "Sophia," Chloe called out in a whisper, hiding behind a bush. "Chloe?" Sophia exclaimed, surprised to see her friend hiding. "Quick, go quickly. This is a plot. They plan to capture you and give you to someone else," Chloe warned urgently. Before Sophia could react, old Lady Tang appeared from behind Chloe, shouting angrily. "Hey, you cheap woman who lives off us!" she yelled, hitting Chloe with an umbrella. "Catch her now!" Old Lady Tang shouted as the guards chased Sophia. "Trying to run? Send her over," Lady Tang ordered coldly. They finally caught her, placing a drugged handkerchief over her nose, causing her to pass out. "Shania, Shania," Chloe whispered urgently over the phone, while still hiding behind a bush as she called Shania to inform her about Sophia's abduction. "To think you have the nerve to call me," Shania said, sounding unimpressed by Chloe's call. "Quick, save Sophia," Chloe said almost immediately. "What?" Shania asked, looking shocked. She hurriedly hopped on her bike and rode to alert Marco Jian. Chloe informed her that Sophia was being given to a rich merchant called Mr. Lu by her grandmother, and he was at the Hilton Hotel, room 546. Shania finally arrived at the Jian E Group's office. "Do you have an appointment, miss?" the front desk receptionist asked. "Get Marco Jian out right now," Shania shouted furiously. At the Hilton Hotel lobby, the guards assisted Sophia to the designated room. Sophia, weakened, whispered for help to the onlookers around, unable to escape from her captors. "What are you staring at?" one of her captors snapped, glaring at the onlookers with irritation. He was puzzled by Sophia's condition. "What's wrong with this woman? It's been over 10 minutes since we drugged her, yet she hasn't lost consciousness," he mused, observing Sophia intently. Unbeknownst to them, Sophia has been deliberately hurting herself in an effort to stay awake, her legs bore evident marks of her struggle as they reached the room. "Help," she pleaded, her voice strained, upon noticing a stranger nearby. "Mind your own business," one of the abductors snapped, shooting the man a furious glare. The man observed Sophia briefly. "This woman is obviously drugged. This kind of situation is quite common in a hotel," he thought, his gaze returning to Sophia. "But this woman is different from the other women." The man noticed bruises on Sophia's thighs, realizing she had been pinching herself to remain conscious. Such determination is rare, he thought to himself. As Sophia cried out for help, the guard shouted at the man, attempting to chase him away. "What are you looking at? Scram!" the guard barked, attempting to hit the man. "I hate being touched by dirty hands like yours," the unknown man retorted, seizing the guard's hand. With swift action, he overpowered both guards, subdued them, and beat them in the process. Sophia lay almost unconscious on the floor as the strange man approached. You're quite a looker. Why don't you accompany me for a night as compensation for me saving you?" he suggested, grasping her chin. "Let go of me," Sophia stuttered weakly as he lifted her, carrying her into the room. As he placed her on the bed, Sophia fought to stay awake, biting her lip until blood flowed. "I cannot fall asleep," she thought to herself. "Don't worry, pretty lady. Don't have a habit of taking advantage of someone when they're disadvantaged," he assured her, his tone sincere, as he settled her onto the bed. He kissed her cheek gently. I'll come for the favor you owe me myself next time when you are awake. I want you to give it to me willingly, he murmured to himself before exiting the room. Soon after, Marco Jien's men arrived at the hotel, directed by Marco himself. To room 546. He shouted, commanding all the guards who had come with him for Sophia's rescue. Master Jien, you're here, an onlooker remarked with a smile as the strange man slipped away unnoticed. Marco Jien of Jien E Group? Looks like that pretty lady's identity is pretty impressive. This makes it even more interesting, the strange man thought with a grin as he observed the unfolding scene. Sophia! Marco shouted as he barged into the room. Seeing her unconscious on the bed, he noticed the blood and her injuries on her leg. She's drugged. Marco thought, his concern evident as he surveyed her condition. There are many wounds on her body, probably because she was trying to stay awake. Why is there a woman that's as silly as you? He thought, holding her gently in his arms. Master Jian, the two men outside are subdued, and we found a trembling individual in the bathroom, a guard reported, referring to the captured Mr. Liu. Please let me go, Mr. Liu pleaded, trembling with fear. Back at Jian's manor, Sophia woke up to find herself sleeping on the bed. Beside her was Marco Jian. Mrs. Jian, you're finally awake, Marco greeted her, looking at her with warmth. Mr. Jian, you saved me, Sophia expressed gratefully, hugging him passionately. It looks like Miss Jian knows very clearly what happened. Then it's time for us to settle the account, he said. Ah? Settle what? Sophia feigned innocence, her cheeks flushing as she pretended not to understand her husband's intentions. Mrs. Jian? You're the one who said you'll compensate me yesterday. I have to take care of you for one whole day. And this is not the first time. So, Mrs. Jian, how are you going to repay me? He inquired, his tone playful yet insistent. He drew closer to her with a sinister look, prompting Sophia to mutter uncertainly, I have some money in my card, Sophia offered, her voice tinged with shyness as she played with her hands. Do you think I lack that bit of money? Marco Jian questioned, smiling at her response. Then what do you want to do? Sophia asked, her curiosity piqued. I want Mrs. Jian to be forever loyal to me, Marco stated calmly. Sophia was perplexed, momentarily speechless. Okay, she finally agreed, hugging him with a smile. And what's more important is your body and your life. Without my permission, you're not to take your own life lightly. Other than me, whoever touches you will become a dead man, Marco stated with a serious look. If you're in real danger, it's okay if someone touches your body. No matter what happens, you're not to sacrifice your life for your innocence, he continued, his tone firm yet calm. Sophia's eyes widened in understanding. Okay, she agreed, tears rolling down her cheeks as she smiled through her emotions. Sophia asked Shania if Chloe had left without saying goodbye. Shania acquiesced, explaining that Chloe had left 2 days ago after seriously offending Mary Zhong and the old hag. Shania added that Chloe didn't dare to return to the Tang family and seemed more afraid of facing Sophia, which is why she didn't even want to stay at her place temporarily. Shania said, her anger evident as she spoke. Sophia thought inwardly that Chloe's avoidance was likely due to what happened 5 years ago. She then asked Shania if Chloe had mentioned where she was going. Shania replied that Chloe hadn't specified a destination but had warned Sophia to be wary of Sarah Tang in the future because Mary Zhong and the old hag's attempted abduction on her was due to Sarah's instigation. Shania reassured Sophia, saying that Chloe knew how to take care of herself, with a happy expression on her face. Chloe is still so gentle, Sophie remarked. Suddenly, her phone rang. Sweetie, where are you? Little Romeo asked over the phone. It's Roro. I'm at my friend's place. Do you want anything to eat? I'll buy it back for you, Sophie said, excited to hear his voice. Shania stood beside her, surprised by the phone call. Okay, I want to wear new clothes, Romeo replied. Help me get a few more outfits from the clothing shop that you went to last time, Little Romeo said, changing his mind. Okay. I will go shopping with my friend now and buy some clothes for you, Sophie replied. Okay. Bye-bye, Romeo said before hanging up quickly. Sophie felt a little weird about Romeo's behavior as she looked at her phone with mixed feelings. Okay. Sweetie is going to buy clothes according to what I told her now, Romeo told his dad, Marco Jen. You almost messed up a task as simple as making a call, and you say you want to help her get back at the crooks? Marco Jen asked his son in disdain. Ugh, little Romeo said, confused. At the shopping mall, Sophia, Shania, and Yo-Yo walked in, smiling. Did Master Jen like the clothes you bought him last time? Yo-Yo asked Sophia. Even though he said that he doesn't like it, he's still wearing it, Sophia exclaimed, laughing. Shania smiled at this. That's? Shania thought, drawing Sophia's attention. Hector Tang, they thought, shocked. Hector Tang was Sophia's stepbrother and husband to Chloe, their friend. Hector held a man in the mall in a romantic manner. Sophia? Why are you here? Hector asked her, surprised to see Sophia. Hector, you obviously like men. Why would you marry Chloe? She demanded, looking furious. Dear, please give us a moment, Hector said softly, telling his boyfriend to excuse them. What's wrong with you? Chloe didn't say anything, yet you're making a scene here, he said to Sophia with a furious look. You better give me an answer today. What did you do to Chloe? Would a normal girl like her marry you and suffer? She demanded. Are you too free with nothing to do? We're both willing parties in this relationship and our kid is already in kindergarten. Don't interfere in my marriage, Hector told her, looking disgusted. Marriage? Your wife was beaten up, but you are on a date with another man, and you have the cheeks to talk about marriage? And I see a number of bruises on Chloe's body. What's wrong with the people in the Tang family? Shania asked with an angry look, interfering with their discussion. Shania, this is my family's matter. It's not for you to interfere with, Hector said, turning to look at her with a harsh tone. Hector, I didn't want to interfere either, but I can't stand idly by while Chloe and her daughter suffer by being with you. If you have a conscience, get a divorce with her and give her back her freedom, Sophia advised, placing her hand on Hector's shoulder. Sophia, you're interested in too many things. What does it have to do with you whether we get a divorce? He said without any remorse. Hector knew that no matter what, he couldn't divorce Chloe because he would be beaten to death if his father found out he was gay. When he found out that Chloe had a crush on him, he played along and tricked her into marrying him with the intention of hiding his sexuality from his father. That's how I got to live so freely for the past few years. How can I let Sophia mess it up, he thought, his thumb on his mouth. I'm warning you, do not spout nonsense in front of father. If you destroy our marriage, I will definitely not let you off, he said with a dark demeanor, threatening Sophia. Is that so? Sophia said, looking undeterred. He said angrily. Sophia seemed to be different from before. She didn't seem to be as weak as before. I actually didn't manage to scare her. Damn it, Hector thought angrily. I'm warning you for the last time, if you haven't divorced Chloe and given her back her freedom by the time your sister Sarah gets married, I can guarantee you that you will get a big surprise worse than death, she told him, threatening him. In that instance, a strange man in disguise passed Yo-Yo. He hit her hand, handing her a note. A note? She wondered, holding the note. Unwrapping the note, she read a message. Look at the entrance of the boutique opposite. She glanced across and saw Sarah Tang flirting with a man, laughing in a romantic manner at his words. It startled Yo-Yo. Let's go, dear, we're not going to argue with this bunch of women, Hector said, leading his boyfriend out of their sight. Sophia, ignore Hector. Follow me, Yo-Yo said, dragging her hand instantly and leading her to Sarah's direction. They hid behind a secret compartment, secretly watching Sarah and her secret lover. It's Sarah. Who's that man? Sophia whispered softly, watching them. That's the situation. I'm engaged now. Don't look for me anymore in the future, Sarah told the man. Fair enough. It's not so bad to have some sweet memories anyway. But can we have some breakup intercourse? He replied with a resigned smile, pressing her against the wall. Okay, in case you keep harassing me. Hey, not here, she said to him as he tried to uncover her skirt. To the dressing room, Sarah Tang told him. Oh my God, Sophia thought, covering her mouth. Wow, Yo-Yo thought in despair as she took pictures and made video recordings for evidence purposes. This man and Sarah are longtime friends with benefits, she stuttered as the couple headed towards the dressing room unaware that they were being monitored. This is a massive development. I mean, the child that Sarah is carrying might not even be Wayne's, Shania remarked as she turned to face her friends. Almost instantly she was surprised to see Yo-Yo recording the scene. Wow, Yo-Yo, you actually filmed it quietly. I've never been so impressed by you before, Shania said. Grinning, Yo-Yo stood there as Shania requested to quickly see the footage. Handing over her phone, Shania collected it to review. Shania, Yo-Yo, I think I know what wedding gift I'm getting for Sarah now, Sophia declared to the girls. Sophia? Shania called, worried for her friend. During the wedding? Will that be a little too? Yo-Yo began, almost revealing Sophia's plan. Yo-Yo, you are too kind. Don't forget what Sarah and the old hags did to Sophia, Shania interjected, reminding them of the past. That's true, we must not be soft towards people like them, Yo-Yo agreed, clenching her fist with a strong resolve. Not just this once, there was also everything that they did to my mother and me over the years, and for Chloe and her daughter. I don't wish for them to follow the path that my mother and I went through, Sophia said, looking sad. We'll help you. Let's really give the Tang family a surprise, Shania exclaimed, her laughter contagious as she enveloped Sophia in a warm hug, instantly lifting the mood. A month later, today is the wedding day of Sarah Tang and Wayne Luo. Sophia thought, touching up her lipstick as she got ready for the wedding. During this time, Marco received numerous calls every day. Could he have known what Shania, Yo-Yo, and I are planning to do, she thought as she watched Marco's out of the corner of her eye. It shouldn't be. I didn't tell him because I didn't want to trouble him, she concluded, reassuring herself. Shania, Yo-Yo, are you ready? She asked, looking at her friends as they waited for her in front of the Jian's manor. Of course, we are just waiting for you to appear, they replied. Suddenly, a large number of Marco Jian's personal guards appeared from all over, standing behind Sophia, startling her. What's this for? She asked, looking confused. Security for Mrs. Jian, Marco said as he relaxed his back against a wall. But there's too many of them, she added as he smirked. There are at least a few dozen of them. The sight of them following behind me is unimaginable, she thought to herself, still confused. The shareholder of Jian E Group, young mistress of the Jian family, is going back to her home to attend a wedding. How could she go without a display of her power? He asked, holding her chin as their gazes locked romantically. He planted a kiss on her lips as he softly urged her go, leaving her blushing. Let's go, Sophia announced, signaling her friends and bodyguards. Please get in, young mistress, a bodyguard said, opening the door for Sophia, startling her a bit as there were a lot of entourages waiting for them. This is so cool, Shania exclaimed. My God, am I dreaming? Yo-Yo exclaimed, also surprised to see the cars. I didn't expect that I would ever look so grand, Shania said, looking proud of herself. See how happy you are. Have you prepared the stuff? Sophia asked Yo-Yo. Of course, Yo-Yo said, smiling. Judging by our entourage, even if we don't do anything at the wedding, we'll be able to make Sarah look so unhappy that her face will change color, Shania told them happily. Meanwhile, at the wedding, a man read them their vows. Sarah Tang, do you take the handsome and dashing Wayne Luo as your husband and promise to love him forever, never leaving him? The officiant asked her. I do, she said almost instantly. Wayne Luo, do you take the young and beautiful Sarah Tang as your wife and promise to love her forever, never leaving her? The officiant asked Wayne. Wayne went mute for a moment, not uttering a word, perplexing the man. What's the groom doing? Is he too nervous? Someone asked. Doesn't he want to get married? People murmured from amongst the crowd witnessing the event. Wayne, now is not the time to be in a daze, the guests are watching, Sarah thought, looking tense. I do, Wayne finally said, his face going dark. Everyone clapped for the new couple. Congratulations, the officiant told them. Now for the exchange of wedding bands and kisses between the newlyweds. Let's witness the blessed moment for this pair of newlyweds together, the announcer announced as they began kissing. Their intimacy was displayed on a large TV screen. Okay, not here. Let's go somewhere else, Sarah said to her secret lover, which perplexed Wayne as he stopped kissing her. Wondering where the voice came from, he looked up at the screen. Everyone could see Sarah Tang's intimacy with her secret lover. Shut it off. Shut it off now, Sarah shouted angrily, her expression fierce. The crowd began murmuring amongst themselves. Wow, someone exclaimed. That's the bride, someone asked. Who's the guy, asked another. Doing it in the mall openly in the day, that's too wild, someone commented. What's going on, someone asked. Sarah's mom couldn't believe what she was watching, her mouth hung open in awe. Shut it off now, Sarah said aggressively, grabbing the IT specialist tie furiously. It's not me. I don't have the controls, he said, stuttering innocently. I have to shut that projector off, Sarah thought to herself, looking at a computer placed on a table. She approaches the computer to switch it, but Sophia's bodyguards appear, stopping her. Who are you people? She exclaimed in confusion, but they didn't reply. My dear sister, your wedding is too explosive, Sophia said, walking in with her girls. Who's that gorgeous lady? Someone asked. It's Sophia. Sarah's sister, someone replied. I didn't know the Tang family had another daughter, someone said. She's so beautiful, a lady amongst the crowd said. Sophia. No, now's not the time to admire, Wayne thought, looking shocked. You'd better explain what's going on, he demanded, holding Sarah's hands violently. Wayne, she stuttered, unable to mutter any explanation. Does this need to be explained? Your beautiful wife just cuckolded you, Shania said, covering her mouth slightly. Oh no. This situation cannot be handled. I have to divert the audience's attention, Mary Zhong thought, trying to cover up for her daughter. Sophia Tang, I didn't expect you to hate me so much, even though I worked so hard to raise you like my own. Today's Sarah's wedding. No matter how much hatred you have for me, you should not have shown it at your sister's wedding. Sarah's innocent, Mary Zhong shouted angrily. Sarah, do something quickly, Mary Zhong thought, signaling her daughter using her eyes. Is that so? Thanks to such a good stepmother like you, placing glass shards into my food. Closing me in a small, dark room, making me take double dosage of medication when I was sick. That's how we got the Sophia of today, Sophia said, holding her chest. Sophia, don't you slander me. Mary Zhong shouted back, causing the crowd to murmur. Wow, is that true? Someone asked in disbelief. As the vice director of a hospital, is she that vicious? Another muttered out loudly. Slander? Mary Zhong, you know best what you've done before. I'll give you a warning. You better pray that my mother's death had nothing to do with you. Otherwise I will never let you off easily, Sophia said, pointing at her stepmother. You, her stepmother shouted, unable to say more words before being interrupted. Also, what happened 5 years ago? You better pray that it has nothing to do with you as well, otherwise you can forget about escaping charges for all these crimes, she told her angrily. Sophia, you're really a heartless person. I've been tolerating your unruly and domineering ways all these years, giving in to you, who knew that you'd. Mary Zhong was saying, kneeling on the floor as she sobbed. Hurry up, Sarah, I can't hold on for much longer, she thought amidst her fake sobs. Sister, I know that you've never liked me. No matter how genuine I've treated you, you've always hated me, Sarah said, approaching Sophia from behind calmly, looking innocent. I also know that you're jealous that I'm marrying a man as perfect as Wayne Luo, but you're actually using such a despicable way to destroy my wedding. Turning to Wayne, Sarah told him the guy on the video is her ex-boyfriend from many years ago. We've already stopped contacting each other for a very long time, Sarah said. I don't know when Sophia took this video secretly and kept it for so many years. She is bringing it out to destroy our wedding now. I didn't expect her to be so scheming, she told Wayne while sobbing. Oh, is that so? Wayne asked, not believing her lies. Wayne, I admit that I've had a few boyfriends before I got together with you, but they are all in the past. We are all adults, we all have a past, right? She asked him. That's right, everyone has a past. Sophia is too much, a lady said, stunning Yo-Yo. Nonsense. This is obviously, Yo-Yo was saying before being interrupted by Sophia. Yo-Yo, let me, she told her. Oh, look at the poster next to them. That's an advertisement starring Stella Lynn, who's been very hot recently, she said, pointing out a recent advertisement poster starring Stella Lynn in the mall as evidence. If I'm not wrong, this advertisement was aired in the mall last month, which means this video was taken last month, Sophia revealed, stunning Wayne and Sarah. Sarah Tang, Wayne called her name angrily, stunning her. Wayne, Sarah stuttered with teary eyes. Sophia, I'm gonna kill you, Mary Zhong said, running towards Sophia in the bid to grab hold of her but is stopped by Sophia's bodyguards. What? They're resorting to violence, she shouted. Sophia! Stop it! You're also from the Tang family. Don't you have a limit? Hector suddenly asked, talking harshly to Sophia. Hector, it's your turn next, Sophia said to him with a calm tone, before revealing a video of him and his secret lover kissing on the screen. What do you mean my turn? Hector asked, not knowing his sexuality has been revealed. Hector, how dare you? His mom Mary Zhong said with an angry look. Hector! How could you? The Tang family is depending on you to pass on the family name. Old Lady Tang said to him with disdain. Sophia, I'm gonna end your life today, Hector said, rushing towards her. But he was held down by her bodyguards. Ugh, let go of me, he shouted. Brother! I really didn't expect your sexual orientation to be like this. Actually, that's nothing. There are homosexuals everywhere in the world. There is no need to hide it, Sophia said to him, leaning closer to his face. I forgot, she said, covering her mouth. Our father and grandmother are extremely biased towards males. As for those wives that cannot give birth to a son, they will be able to abandon them or even force them to their deaths. I wonder what they will do to a son who can't carry on the family name, she said with a dark expression. Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure. If you enjoyed what you watched, please consider liking, subscribing, and ringing that notification bell. Your comments mean the world to us and help us improve. The next episode promises even more excitement and unexpected twists, so stay tuned as we embark on this thrilling journey together. Keep the anticipation alive and we'll catch you in the next episode.